Hello, guys. Good evening. Hello, please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I hope we had a great weekend.
Yeah, personally, I did.
Kobe, what about you?
Yeah, mine too was okay. I spent almost the whole time working on the
Project.
assignment today.
That's great. That's great. So that's the first thing that we are going to do. Hey, Steven, what about you? How was your weekend?
It was very short.
It was very short, eh? How come?
All of a sudden, Sunday, Monday, it was very short.
Okay. So, before we start CSS today, I would like us to go through the assignments that I posted on the WhatsApp platform for you guys. So this time around, you guys are going to do the presentation. I'll give all of you, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes to just run through the assignment for you guys. So who is starting? I've enabled that permission, so anyone can start. You can share your screen then. You walk us through the assignment.
Sir, please can I start?
Yes, you can start.
Sir, please can I share screen?
Yes, please, you can start.
Okay. Sir, please are you seeing my screen?
Yes, we can all see your screen.
Okay. Sir, please the assignment you give um where this one? Sir, here it is. Um according to the assignment you give, we are supposed to um create a simple web page with HTML. And the first one was to at least one comment line. So the ones with the green colors, they are the comments. The one at the top here, this one, and this one, and this, and I think some two below. Then the second one was 3 meta tags, each one for author, which is this. The author, I think, is about the person who is writing it for reference. And then the keywords on the web page, so that when someone is searching for those particular elements, it can redirect to your page, or they can find those materials on your page. So it will be part of the search results. And then the description, what the kind of page that you are creating. So it's my first HTML code challenge. So just in case someone goes online to search for something like this with a description, my page can pop up because it has that kind of description. And since it's our first challenge assignment, so I named the page my first challenge. And then
That's great.
the third one was at least 5 headings. So since yesterday we learned 6 headings, I implemented all the 6 headings from heading 1 to heading 6, each one with some information in between. And you said we should at least 5 paragraphs and a line break in 2 of your paragraphs. So the header tags are in 1 paragraph, and my list is also in 1 paragraph. I inserted a line here. So if you check the code, you realize that after header 1 to header 3, there's a line. then header 4 to header 6 will continue. And you said we should create a list, either ordered list or unordered list. I decided to create an ordered list. So here are my list, 5 lists. Here they are. And you said both logical style element, strong and emphasis. So I use the emphasis to create sort of italic feature, and then a strong tool to make the text bold. So if you check on the website, if you check on, just a second,
My first challenge.
my first challenge, yes.
Check it. I think that's the
So please is loaded. Here it is.
okay.
So if you check that page, um, you'll find that um, the tags, the H1 to H, this thing, I say tags, the list I created, the 5 have both they've been italicized and then they've been bolded too. Then
Okay.
again, you said we should a quote block tag. A quote block tag is when you something like this.
So that was a small reading assignment for you because I didn't teach you that yesterday.
Yes. So I went online to go and read about it, and
Yes.
actually
Yes.
a block quote is like when you go to a website and then there are some information over there, but you can't post the full information on your website. So you just copy a little portion of the website, some information that might
So
catch attention.
so
So
in English, in English or what's the subject? I've
summary,
forgotten. What's the name? What's the name for that? Citation,
site,
right?
yes.
Yeah, citation. Okay, continue.
Yes, yes. So something like this. So if you read these 2 lines, it gives you an idea about the kind of site, the website that I'm citing here. So if you open this link over here, you'll be able to find what the description I've given over here. I've cited a part of a page, and this link redirects to the actual page where you can find all the information about the website. And then you said we should insert an image, an audio, and a video. So I inserted them. The image here, image file is here. The audio is also here, and the video is also here.
Okay.
Since you said we should include a lot of paragraphs, not less than 5, so I decided that I'll put every single line of assignment to give in a paragraph. So the block quote is in a paragraph, the image is in 1 paragraph, the audio is in 1 paragraph, and then the audio and the video too are in also 1 paragraph. Then you said we should create a link that should take us to a new tab when clicked. So here is the link, and on the website you find click here if you want to learn HTML, which is um, is down here. But then you said that when you click it, it's not supposed to open on the same page, it's supposed to open on a different page. So when you click here, it will redirect you to a different website. Um, W3 schools. Yes, loaded. Yeah, this is the website, HTML tutorials. Here you can learn everything about HTML. So when you come here and then you click on the, the link over here, it will redirect you to the page without opening in the main page on which you are on. Then you said the 12th one, which is the last one, he said you should create a contact form with the following inputs: the name, the email address, a message area, and a submit button. So here's the name, the email address, message area, and then the submit button. And here is
Okay.
the
Robert,
yes, sir.
before you continue, though I'll let the whole class come in and like ask you some questions. If there's any challenge, they will also come in. If there's nothing, then we continue. The
Yes,
the
sir.
the message area,
Mm,
the message area. The tag is supposed to be text area, not input tag here. So that one was
um,
also another challenge for you. So we have text
sir,
area.
please
So
here.
change that one. Yes, the input tag over there.
Yeah,
Yes,
input type.
the input tag here.
Yeah, okay,
Change
sir.
the whole thing to text area.
Uh,
Yes. So for message, you see, the length of the message will be a bit longer than the normal text input. So we don't use this. We don't use the input tag. We use text area.
okay,
Yes. So that's the correction I have for you.
okay, sir.
I think the rest can also come in.
Okay.
Are you done now?
Um, I'm done changing it, so I'm going back to the website to refresh it to see how the effect will be like.
Okay. So there are some attributes that you have to specify: the colon and the weight. You go to open W3 school and let me show you there, so that the whole class
Okay,
can also see
okay,
that.
sir.
So
Sir, please.
go down, or you can search for text input, or just search for text area. Look at the search bar over
Okay,
there.
sir. Mm,
Have you seen it?
yes, sir. I've seen it. I've typed and I've searched, but sir, I've seen it. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so can you see this? A multi-line text input control into bracket text area. So
So,
okay, okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah, I wanted to explain it to you guys. So assuming you have a message box, or you want to input a message on a specific website, or you want to allow the customers or the users of your website to be able to send message to the back end or the administrator. How do you do that? For that, you can see that the length of the message will be longer than the normal text, something like username, the other text input.
Password and email.
Yes. So you can see this one, you have to write something. You are writing a message. You are writing a message. So with message, you have to allow the user to be able to type as many as he or she wish. You can limit it to, let's say, just 100, or you like, it all depends on the developer and the users of your system. Do you get me? So with that one, we don't use text input. You don't use text input. We use this tag, which is text area. And text area has two main attributes. That is, you have to specify the width and the row. You have to specify the width and the row of your text input or your text area box. Go down and let's see if there are some examples there that you can just run it. Then we all see it here. So these are the various attributes of them. Let's go down. Okay, go down. I think test it yourself. So just click on that. Okay. Have you seen how it is? So the
Uh,
main tag is text area. That's the main tag. When you come to your left side, let's concentrate on the left part of the screen. Well, the main tag there is the text area, and the attributes that will specify the height and the width are the rows and the columns, which is rows and COLS. So with the numbers, it all depends on you. The size that you want to use, you can just write it there. And the next thing is the name attribute there. The name attribute there, that one you saw it when we were looking at the input tags. So it's the same thing here. So the only difference here will be the rows and the colors. With the ID, it is not all that necessary. You can decide to omit that. So here, the main two attributes that we always need to be part of this tag is the rows, and the column. So that is all. So I was expecting you guys to also at least do some small research. You see.
oh, okay.
So that's it. But you have done well. You have done well. You have done well.
Thank you, sir.
You have done well. That's very, very nice. Guys, do you have any concern about Gilbert's work? Maybe you notice something that it shouldn't be done. Ruth.
Yes, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think his work is neat. Seriously.
It's neat, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the work is neat. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Majid,
Mr. Roberts.
do you have any concern?
Yeah, he did. Oh no, he really did well.
Oh,
He
okay.
really did well.
Okay. Okay. The next person, you didn't write your name. I'm seeing some numbers here. Is it Perry? Perry. Yeah, it's Perry.
Yes.
Perry, do you have any concern? Please unmute your mic and talk. Okay, Kwabna.
Sir, please, I missed yesterday's class because I was having network issues, and then I'm trying to get access to the recorded video, so I seem to be a little bit lost. So I can't talk for now.
Okay. Kwabna, I will see what I will do about it for you, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Perry, are you ready now to comment?
I don't
Hello?
have any problem with it.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Roberts is not only the.
Is that? I can't hear you. Majid? Yes. Okay, so who is the next person? Gilbert, you
Yes,
can end it. You have really done well. You have really done well. You can end it then.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that it's not only just to because of network issues. I couldn't accept the one that you're doing.
Ruth, are you ready to share your screen?
Robert, the funny thing is I couldn't join the class, so it ended and I couldn't get it. So I'm now programming like now. When I'm done, I'll send the code to you. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Please, who is ready? After Gilbert, who? Wow, our network, the network is very bad. Hey, in Ghana, you are suffering on. Majid, can you present your work? Majid, are you ready?
Oh no, please, no, please.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with today's work. Okay, so today we are going to look at CSS. We are going to look at CSS. It's just the continuation of HTML. It's just the continuation of HTML. And who can tell me the full meaning of CSS? What's the full meaning of CSS?
Cascade style sheet.
Is what?
Cascade style sheet.
Okay. So it's cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet. That's it. Let me start sharing my screen so that I can present some slides. Can you see the screen? Please, can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, so that's the full meaning of CSS, cascading style sheet. And it's just adding style to your website. That's making the website very, very beautiful and attractive. That's all. So adding colors, the fonts, and so many things, laying out the website, removing some unwanted, what do you call it, elements and those kind of just beautification of your website, adding style. So that's the meaning of cascading style sheet, adding style to your website. So that is what we'll be doing today. Okay, so let's see this quickly, then we move on to our text editor. So how do you add CSS to your website? So that is the first question. How do you add CSS to your website? So there are three main ways of adding CSS to your website, and we are going to look at them one after the other. Then we all conclude on the best option. So we have the first one, which is the inline style sheet. The inline style sheet. Then the second one is the document level style sheet. Document level style sheet. And the last one is external style sheet. And so these are the three main ways of adding CSS or style to your website. Okay, so before we look at these three ways of adding CSS to your website, let's look at a typical syntax of CSS. That is how you can write CSS or how you can add CSS to your website. So when you come down here, you can see these are the main parts of a CSS, or this is how you introduce CSS, or this is how you write CSS. This is the syntax of of a typical CSS code. This is the syntax. So it has two main parts. The first part is called the selector. That's the first part. You have to select the element. You have to select the element or the class or the ID or the division, whatever way. So we are going to look at the IDs, the class, and the rest. We are going to look at them together. So we have the main part is the selector. Then the next part is the declaration. That consists of the property and its value. So assuming what Gilbert just presented, if Gilbert wanted to add colors to all the H1 tag, the H1 heading 1 tag, how is he going to do that? He will just select the H1 tag, then introduce this curly braces. Then inside the curly braces, he will just specify the color that he wants. And this is how the color is being written. This is how it's being done. You just write color, then you introduce this colon, and then you write the name of the color. We have so many ways of adding colors to your website. We are going to look at them also together. So then so this is colon and this is semicolon, right? Then you end it with this semicolon. So this is one line of CSS. Just this is one line of CSS. Then you can also add font size, the size of your font. Something like what we all know in Microsoft Word. Is the same thing. It is the same thing here. So the font size, you should be what? So you write font size. So here, look at how it is being written. It is not one word. We have um the dash between it. We have this. So this is how you write it. Okay. Then you introduce your colon, 12 pixels. So the size of your font is measured. It can be measured in pixels. It can be measured in rams. It can be measured in um EM. We have so many units of measurement. When we get there to, I'll just let you guys know. I'm just giving you the overview of CSS. So before we start, this is the overview of a typical CSS what do you call it? File. So this is how it is. Any question before you start coding? Let me hear from you guys.
No question, no question.
No question. Okay. If there's no question, then let's open our Visual Studio Code. I gave you this folder, lesson 2. Lesson 2. Please, did you all downloaded that folder?
Yes, sir.
Do you all have lesson 2 folder?
No, I don't have it.
Right. Okay. Okay. I think I share with all of you, so you can check in your Google Drive to download that.
Ah, sure. I'll
We
do
are going
that.
to use that today. I don't want us to be typing plenty today, so that it will take our time. Today we have to finish CSS today, and if possible, we add Flexbox. So Flexbox is just a way of um, laying out your website. So right now we are looking at the style itself, how to add colors, how to add the fonts, how to do all those styles. Then from there, we move on straight to Flexbox. Flexbox is how we are going to um, position the sidebar, how to put this one here, how to put that one here. There. So that's the layout. So with layout, we are going to use Flexbox for that. Okay. So without wasting much time, let's Let me open my Visual Studio Code, then see. Okay, so this is what we are going to use for our CSS project. You can see I have lesson 2 folder. That's what I've opened, and inside that I have my HTML file and my image here. I think for now you guys should be familiar with some of these syntax. For now, most of these syntax you can read it and understand it yourself. Okay, so let me run it and see what we have. Okay, so you can see I have the first one to be this is my navigation bar because we are not done. I haven't add any style to it. So we have just listing. So this is unordered or listing. Always, this is how you are going to create your navigation bar. Always, you are going to use unordered listing for this. Then from there, you add more styles and see how you can position them to make it look very nice and attractive. And normally, after the navigation bar, we call this section the hero section. This section, we call this section the hero section, where normally we display sliders, or it can be just one image with text on the image. Maybe welcome to our website. Please, I hope you have been seeing all those websites.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's what we'll be doing today. Then from the hero section, so the hero section also is found in the body. It's found in the body. Then yeah, so you can see everything is found in the body. It's just the CSS project title, which is found in the header tag. Okay, so from there, then we come to the main content of the site. So welcome to our website, connect, blah 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 blah. So this is your header, and this is your paragraph, and this side too. This is our header, and this is another header. You can see there's difference between this header and this header. You look at them together. Then we also have this we have this paragraph which is ending with hey Gilbert, did you include the anchor tag in your project?
So yes, please, I did.
Okay, okay,
That's the one that I clicked and then it took us to the W3 webpage.
okay, 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 okay. So that's it here. Read more. I think I haven't included any link there. Then we also have another unordered list which has a title, another um title, or another heading with paragraph. This one is ordered listing with title. So you can see, and this is our footer. So let's see. Let's go back to the course. Okay, so as we saw on the screen, that's in the browser, let's see the main structure, how I structured this website. So yesterday, remember I introduced you guys to these special tags that we have in HTML5. Mm? So this is how we are going to apply them. And I said it all depends on you. It all depends on you. But for best practice sake, we have to add these special tags. So here, though I didn't write any comment in this code, but if you read it, you can see, oh, okay, so this is the header, not the head though. This is the header of the website. Inside the header of the website, that is where, so you can see this is also what? A nav tag. A nav tag. Oh, okay. So this is what? Our navigation. And inside our the navigation or the nav tag, we have an unordered list. And on ordered list, you can see home, about us, contact us, our blog. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So once you read this, once you read it without a comment, you can easily identify the parts of the website. Please, do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, sir. It makes sense. It does.
Okay. Okay. So then from there, this part is the image, which I said is called what? The hero section. Normally, that's the name we use. the hero section, and it has the image of what? Banner. This banner, we can use it as a background. We are going to look at how to use this one as a background instead of loading it straight on the page, so that we can write some text on it. Then I gave it a height of 600 pixels and a width of what? 100 pixels. And alternate, this is alternate. This attribute, who can tell me the main function of this? Who can tell me? Why do you have to specify this?
I know it's called alternate tag.
His power is more than the devil's own. As for him, there is this one.
Please,
Is
who
this
is
one that
speaking? Who is
they can.
talking?
I heard they can physically.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Gilbert.
Sir, please, I read that for the alternate tag, it's there just in case the website is not able to load the image. Then when someone is on the site, the person has to know what was there that didn't load. So the alternate there is like an alternate text, like a description of the image that you're putting over there.
Good, great.
So
That's the
that
answer. That is the answer. So let's write something here and try to break the image and see what will appear on the um, web page. So let's write here. This is a computer on a table. This is a computer on a table. And let me try to break this. So let me add just E to this. That's not the name, but I'm trying to break it. So let me add E, save it, go to the front end and see what we have there. Please, can you all see this? Can you all see this?
Yes, we can, sir.
Good. So you see the image didn't load because we are using the wrong name for the image. And the browser is telling us something brief about the image, what was supposed to be here. Normally, when you go to Facebook and your internet is down, you normally see some of these things. So all these descriptions are found in the alternate tag, alternate attributes, and the alt attribute. So it is necessary. It all depends on you. It all depends on the developer. But for best practice sake, you can do some of these things. Okay. Then the rest of them, we have, okay, so you can see even before the image, I have the div tag surrounding the image tag. Yes. Then the next one too, we have the section tag. So this is our, so you are just saying this is my first section. This is my second section. And this is my footer. So meaning the body of the website is divided into the header, section 1, section 2, and the footer. So this is how I've structured my website. So it will be easy for me to be able to add CSS to this website to make it look very nice and attractive due to how I have structured the website. Okay, so I'm using almost 90% of the tags that we learned yesterday. If it's not 90%, let's say 70 to 80%, because I know I didn't bring forms and EM strong and those kind of tags here. But no problem. We can, you, I believe you people can do all these things. Okay, so let's start straightforward with the CSS. How do you add CSS to your website? We said there are three main ways of adding CSS to your website. And the first one is the inline CSS. Inline CSS. So let's start straightforward with the inline CSS. Okay, assuming we want to give the whole website a background color of red. Hey, and I read it there. Okay, so we can come to the body tag. The body tag is the one which enhouses all the body of your website. So, or it contains the body of your website. So you can give the whole body a background color of any color of your choice. So let's see how you can do that. So you can just, inside the body tag, you can just specify star. So when you write star, then equal sign. What is the value? What are you doing? We want to give it a color. So we just write colors. So we are writing English, color. Then we introduce your what? Your colon. Then you specify the color here. Okay, so I even have some suggestions here. Which color do I want to use? Let me use tomato. This is the name of the color I want to use. Tomato color. Then you end it. Always end it. So this is how we end it. You end it by introduce what? Semicolon. Please, we are moving to another language. So open your eyes, open your eyes well. So this is how, so we are done. This is how you can just change the background of your website using um the inline rule. So let's see our website now. Okay, so this one, the color is going to change the text color. So instead of using color, let's use background color rather, or just background. Background color. Let me save this. Please, do you all see this?
Yes, sir.
And please, do you understand? And Muhu stars.
It's understandable.
Okay. Okay. Please, any question? Okay, let's proceed. So this is the background of our website. What about we want to change the color of the text? The color of the text. So with the color of the text, you can just continue with this. So this, after you have ended the background color, then you continue with color. Color. Then with that one, we want to use white. So with white, like I said, there's about 3 ways of specifying colors on your website. The first one is just using the color name, like what we just use here, tomato. So this is the color name. We can use let's say red, just red. The color name is red here. But here I don't want to use the color name. We can use this what's the name? The hexadecimal way of um the hexadecimal approach. So that one deals with code. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Photoshop. That's what we normally use in Photoshop. So how do you generate those colors? How do you generate those colors? You can just go online, search for color wheel. It will give you all these colors yourself. Okay, I'll give you some links to the colors that I normally use when I'm building a website for my clients. I'll give you all these links, so don't worry, because you don't have to memorize this. You don't have to memorize this. So the hexadecimal colors, this is how it looks like. We use the hashtag to start. Assuming I want to use white, white is just f it is how many? It is 6 characters, or you can use just 3 of them and it will give you the same color. So white is FFF, and just 3. I can continue up to 6. So this is the color code for white, and this is the color code for white. So let's see what we have on the website now. So you can see now I've changed all my text to white. I've changed all my text, the text color to white. Please, any question here? Okay, no question. Let's proceed. What about I want to change my
Yeah, please, I have
heading?
a question.
Okay.
You made us to use a background color. So, like, what if you had an image that you wanted to use for a background instead of color?
Image. Okay, so that one we are going to use image when you get to the external CSS.
Okay, sir.
I will not use image here. Okay, so let's see the next one. If I want to change the background of my H2, the same approach. You introduce your star here. Then you just write color because you are changing the color of the text. So the text color, you don't write text color, you just write color. But for background, you can just write background or background color and they all work the same. Okay, so color for this one should be, let's say, let me select some of these colors because, okay, let me just write yellow here. Save it and see what we have. So you can see the first heading has changed to yellow. So this is the simplest approach. This is the simplest approach by just adding them inside. But what are some of the issues with this? With this kind of styling your website? Who can tell me the main issue with this? Why wouldn't you recommend this? Yes, guys, I'm waiting for you.
Because
Ruth, what do you
it's
think?
too.
Okay, personally for me, it kind of looks a lot like I don't know, but it kind of looks a lot as compared to the external. The external, you just have to create a linking and all of that. But I think on this page, personally for me, it makes the work a little bit complicated and a little more. I don't know, but personally,
Okay,
that's what I think.
okay, me, I'll start calling the ladies first. So let's move on. Majid, what do you think?
Background for some place. For me, I think it's cool.
It's cool, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Kwabena, what do you think?
Say, I don't really have something to say about it. Me too, I think it's cool.
Are we not? What?
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay. Joseph,
Me too.
it's cool, eh? All right. Gilbert,
Yes, sir.
you too is cool.
Sir, it's like anytime I want to apply um, uh, like an effect on any particular line, it means you have to go to that line one by one, one by one, one by one, and then go and look for it and then start inserting the tags over there.
And do you think that is cool?
Sir, no, because this page like this, so it's like maybe a few lines, maybe 80 lines, but then if you have to write a
Something
major
like,
project that has
yes, if you are working on something like my joy online, do you think this will be
uh,
cool for you?
oh sir, no, so sir, no.
Guys, so that's it. That's the main issue with this. That's the main issue. Because you can just assuming, you see, I have H2 here. I have let me see, I have another H2 here. I have another H2 here. Eh? So if I want to add the color yellow to all my H2, meaning I have to come and do it one after the other, one by one, so you complete it. Do you get me? So when you get to the other ways of doing this, you understand why we are saying this is not cool. This is not cool. So I agree with Gilbert because we don't have a lot of content on this website. Okay, you may think this is cool, but if you have huge project, if you are working with a company like Mindjoy Online, Ghana Web, those kind of news and magazine website. We call those sites news and magazine website. Or let's say you are working on e-commerce website, something like Tonaton, or you are working on something like you can name them, those big websites and web applications. In fact, this won't be cool crowd for you. You won't sleep. So that's the main issue we have with this. That's the main issue we have with this approach. And we don't recommend this. We can use this, so you can use it, but not for your entire website. Sometimes maybe just some portion you fast you want to do it, you can just come and use this approach and it will work nicely for you. Please, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. So let's move on to the other way of adding style sheet. I wish you guys you all had this so that we can also do it like the way we started the HTML, so that we can be on the same page. If not that, um you after the class we are going to discuss on our schedules, since most of you are in school and others are working the weekdays. If we can just use one day for that, then we sacrifice the whole weekend, have two sections on Saturday, and today we have one section, then you have another day in the within the week, like I said. That would be better, but you all discuss that, then I'll also hear from you. I don't want to impose anything on you guys. Okay, so I've just removed everything, the first way of adding style to your website. Then the next way is called the document level approach or something. The document level style sheet. Okay, the document level style sheet. So let's see how you can do that one too. So for the document level style sheet, all that you have to do is you come to your head tag, the head. mm, Inside the head tag, you introduce the star tag inside. You introduce the star tag inside. So you can just write my star tag. So this is my star tag. This is my star tag. So let's do the same thing that we did. Let's do the same thing. So the first thing that we are going to do, is just add a background to the whole website, the entire website. So the same approach. So how do you do that? We said that this is a syntax for a typical CSS file. We have the selector and we have the declaration. We have selector and the declaration. I think our next slide will talk about CSS selectors. Okay, so I will explain that one to you further. So for now, you just listen to what I'm saying. When you get to the selectors, I'm going to explain that one to you better. Okay, so the first thing is selector, and the next one is what? The property and its what? Value. Okay, so we have to select an element. So which element are we adding the background? Who can tell me? Which element are we adding the background? Okay, if you don't talk, me, I'll mention names. Joseph,
No, sir.
which element are we adding the background? Or let me ask, which tag are we adding the background to? Though here we don't call it tag because in CSS we don't have anything like tag there. We don't write tag in CSS. So that's why I'm using elements. Which element do you think we adding the background to?
Me a kung fu.
Oh, you convey.
Sir, actually, I don't understand the question you're asking. That's the thing.
Okay.
The question.
I said we are doing the same thing that we did in using the inline star. The inline star, we said in order for you to add a star to your website, you just locate a particular tag. The inside that tag, you write what? Star. Then you write your, what do you call it? Your style there. That's how we do it. And I said that The second one is the document level way of introducing your style sheet. And I said the first thing is that one is done. That one is done always and always. It's done in the head. It is done in the head. Then I said inside that you are going to introduce your style sheet, your style. Then from there, you select an element. Assuming we want to add a background to the whole website, what do you think will be the element that we are going to select? That's the question. We want to add a background. Yes.
That isn't going to be color. Like,
So color white is the declaration. Let me go back to the slide. Color white is the declaration, which consists of property and its value. So what you said was the property and the value. So what about this? What about this? This is the question. The selector will be what? Do I
I
have
think it will be the body.
ah so so what's the answer? Yes, someone just said answer.
Is the word.
he said the body.
It's the body. So you just write as so that's the element. The body is the element. You write body here. Then look at it. I said after writing, so the selector, we have written the selector, which is what? Body. After writing the selector, what's the next thing? You introduce your curly braces.
Your curly bracket.
Yes. Either curly bracket or curly braces. It depends on your math teacher. It depends on who taught you mathematics, right? Yes. So after selecting your element, which we are all selecting what? Body. We want to add a background. So after selecting it, you introduce your curly bracket or braces. Then the next thing is you do what Joseph said. So what are you going to do next? Guys,
That's a place color.
if you use color will just apply to the text. So it will be what? Background.
Background color.
Background
Yeah,
color.
background color.
Which is what? The same thing. I'm using the same thing here. Tomato.
Just choose some.
Please, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yeah, we are following.
Yes,
Does
sir.
it make sense or there's some confusion? Gilbert,
Sir.
do you understand?
Yes, I do understand.
The rest, please, if you have any concern, let me know because twice one. Okay, so let's save this and see what we have on our website or on our web page. Okay, see, it has changed again. Are you following? Okay, then let's say we want to change
Yes, sir.
the color of the whole text. That one, after specifying your background, you come to the next line, you just write color. Then that one, let me use the hexadecimal approach. There's the color code of white. Are you following?
Oh, sir, please can you go back? I want to see.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not compulsory to be using this color code, but web developer, as time goes on, I know you people will be conversant with all this color code. It will be very, very simple for you. You don't have to memorize any of them, but there are some color code that, in fact, you'll be using it over and over again. So it will be part of so something like black. Black is just 000. Yeah, 30 or 60 is black. Are you following? Okay. Then
The colors.
guys, assuming I want to change the star of heading 2. I want to apply the yellow color to all the heading 2 elements. How am I going to do that? So those one, you guys are going to do it for me right now. Yes, who is ready?
So I think the way we declared body, we will declare header 2, then we open a curly bracket, and then color.
So color.
Exactly.
So let's use yellow. Please, have you seen how it works?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
What if I want to change the paragraph, all the paragraph to white?
So there to be P, open curly brackets, then color white.
Color white. Please, have you seen how it is?
Yes, sir.
Is it difficult?
Sir, no,
No,
no.
sir.
So guys, in programming, I will always say it. I always repeat myself. We don't do chill and poor in programming. Understand?
Yes.
Please understand for me. If you don't understand it, let me know so that I can use even the whole time for you. Because if you understand it today, we are all safe. But if you don't, yes, Joseph.
Please, can you go over with just the color this time? I don't know. But
The color, eh?
yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Joseph, let's rather move to the next slide so that you understand this better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So our next slide is on, I think, selectors. Okay, so CSS selectors. CSS selectors. All right, so before you can apply style to your HTML, before you can add style to your HTML elements, how do you do that? So we can do that in three main ways. We can do that in three main ways. The first one is what we have all seen. That's the first one, the element selector. That is, if you want to change, let's say the paragraph, you just select P, then you give it a color or whatever property that we want to use. So that is one way. Then the next one, okay, so let's do the first one. Let's continue on the first one because I think Joseph didn't understand that. So let me repeat myself again. So that's the first one. We have what? Element selector. Element selector. So let's go back to our HTML course. When it comes to the HTML, we said HTML is full of tags. And what is a tag? It's just less than and greater than with an element. So whatever inside the less than and greater than is called element. Please, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So if you understand it that way, and we are saying that element selector there, and then you say a big deal be amount because you understand element. What is an element? Anything within or that fall between the greater than and the less than what sign. That's an element. So assuming I want to change the color of all my heading 2, all the heading 2, or let's say this time around, let's use heading heading 3. Okay, heading 3. Heading 3. We have about 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So assuming we want to change the color of heading 3, how are we going to do that? And we saw that we can use the inline star, and with that one we have to locate all the heading 3 one after the other. You come to the first one, you come and write star here, you change the color. You come to this one too, you come and write star here, you change the color, and so on. And we are saying that's not the best approach. We say we have another way of doing that. That is just introducing your star inside your header, inside your head. Then you just call the element and you use the property or the declaration on that element. Okay, so assuming I want to change the color of all my heading 3, all my heading 3 on my website or on my web page, how am I going to do that? The simplest way is first select that element, which is heading 3. So you just write heading 3. Joseph, are you following?
Yes, I'm for it.
Okay, after introducing or after writing or after selecting your element, which is heading 3, we saw that a typical syntax or the syntax of CSS is always written as selector. You introduce curly braces or curly brackets. Then inside that, you have your declaration, which consists of property and a value. So the property can be anything, but right now we are looking at colors. So after selecting your element, you introduce your curly braces like this. Then what's next? Your declaration, which consists of a property and its value. So which property are we looking at? Colors. So you just write color. Then after the color, you introduce your colon. Then you specify the color that you want to use. So let's use green. Let's use green. Then you end it. Always don't forget this. Always don't forget this. Otherwise, HTML does not generate error. That's the most annoying part. HTML does not generate error in your console. When you get to JavaScript, the next bootcamp, I might tackle just JavaScript, because JavaScript is monster. So you can't you can't use Java. You can't use just. I can't combine JavaScript to this bootcamp. Otherwise, you guys will be more confused. JavaScript should be on its own. Yeah, JavaScript should be on its own. If you are writing JavaScript and you get any error, you are going to see that in your console. So how do you do that? Assuming you are
Sir,
writing JavaScript and
Mr.
you
Robert,
get, yes,
does it mean that we will do JavaScript too?
no, please, we will not do JavaScript. After
Uh,
after CSS, I'm going to teach you guys CMS. CMS.
okay.
Then you use that one to chop money whilst you learn how to do hard coding. That is how I live my life.
I will use the CMN to chop manifest.
Yes. Right after
That's
CMS,
nice.
you guys will start you guys will start getting money. It all depends on wordnet. Go and get contract, work, deliver and charge, take your money and go. Even with web developer, you don't build website and you move away from the company or the client. Always you be getting some allowance within a month. Some no
Nice one, nice one.
That's the management aspect. You build a website for the client, then you also talk about management. Okay, I'll finish building a website. Every month, I will charge you, let's say, just 200 CDs, 400. It depends on the company or the person. When you bottom na charge, okay, every month I'm going to
Hey,
take this.
but said,
Yes.
but how do you charge when you create a website for somebody?
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll teach you the business part. Don't worry. Let's learn the code first. Who pays Kappa?
Okay.
Okay, so as I was saying, with JavaScript, you can just see your errors in the console. How do you do that? You can right click, go to inspect. We have console here. This is your console. So if you are writing JavaScript and you get error, JavaScript will tell you the error here. HTML, hi. So HTML, you have to understand it very well, because HTML is not difficult and it will not even give you any red light that, oh, you didn't do this one well, unless one who said, like what we saw yesterday. Gilbert, your work, instead
He
of
says
SRC and you made it SCR.
SCR.
You see that you didn't get any error. And this one can take you the whole day. Just this one. That's how I can see. Okay, so please, you just select your element, then you give it the property that you want to use. So H3, let's save it. Go back to our website and see. So you can see all the H3 has changed, automatically changed to green. Joseph, please, do you now understand?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
Oui,
that's
merci.
great. That's great. Kwabena, do you understand?
Oui, merci.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I move 1 minute,
um,
so I will come.
Ruth, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm following up.
Do you understand everything?
Yes, I get everything.
That's great. That's great. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, so that's one way of um adding CSS to your web page. That's another way of adding CSS. So let's look at the other selectors. So the first one is element selector. And we say that with the element selector, you just call the name. You just call the name. Assuming we want to give our, what do you call it? Our navigation bar. So this is our navigation bar. That is the nav tag. We want to give the whole navigation bar a background. How can we do that? Who can do that for me? Since you understand it, let's do it quickly so that we can get to somewhere before we end the class today. The time is running on. Yes, I want to give the nav bar just the nav, not the header, just my navigation, a background color of black. Yes, who can try that for me? I want to instead of this side, I want to give it a black background color. How am I going to do that? Yes.
Where?
The navigation, this side. I want to give it a background color of black. How am I going to do that?
So in the style,
Sir, please, we declare.
I declare what?
So, sir, please, I think you would have to declare nav.
Nav. What's next?
Curly bracket. Then maybe color black.
If you use color, please know the difference. You keep on saying color. The color is
background color.
The color. If you just say color, color is for the text. So you can just background or background color. So background, let's use background and see. So background black. That's great. Who was that? Maggie there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Please, can you all see this?
I saw.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so right now you can't see the text. Please, someone should change the text color to white for me. Yes, how am I going to do that?
You come down and type color, then you change it to white.
Wow. Good. My students are good though. My been rough. That's great. So let's go and see. Have you seen?
Wow.
That's great. Wow. So you see, small, we are creating navigation bar. When is we creating
Yes, sir.
we are creating navigation bar. So this is how you create a navigation bar. Let's visit any website and see. Example for me, advert my John like that. But today I will not use them. Let me use any website.
W3 schools.
Let me see if I have some website that I can use. Okay, let's use the W3 schools. Okay, so W3 school, this is your navigation bar. And the background is what? Green. And the text color is what? White. Please, have you seen that?
Yes, sir.
We can do the same thing. Let's come here and change our background color to green, and our text color is white. Please, have you seen?
Yes, sir.
I hope it makes sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how we select an element and add a property to that. We are going to look at these things again when you get to the last type of introducing style sheet to your website. That's where we are going to do the main coding. Here we are just doing introduction. When you get there, it will be very, very simple for you guys. Okay. Let's look at the other way of selecting HTML elements. So we said that we can do that by using what? Where is it? Where is the slide? CSS selectors. We also have the next one, which is what? Classes. Which is what? Classes. So this class is a keyword that we use to select a section or a portion or a particular part of your web page, and you add styles to that. That's the next thing. The class and the ID. They are used to select a section or a portion or a specific part of your website. Then you add style to that. So let's see how you can do that. Let's see how you can do that. Assuming I want to add a background color to the whole part of this section. The whole part of this section. How am I going to do that? I'm not going to select section, but I want to add a background to this. How do you do that? How do you do that? You can do this, or you can achieve this by just introducing a keyword called class. Please, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Okay, yes, sir.
Class. Then you give it a name. You can write here, you can write any name of your choice. So let me write Rob, just Rob for this section. Or I can say this is the welcome page. So we can just write welcome. Or normally we call this side call to action. Good. Normally the first section of your website, that's why we call it call to action. And normally it contains a button. Okay, I didn't add button. Okay, so let's use welcome, the welcome, and save it. So this welcome class here will affect everything or anything here. Anything inside the section tag, we are selecting it as welcome. This is the first part. Please, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we go to our style sheet. The style sheet, how do you call the class? How do you call the class? In style sheet, we call class by introducing the full stop or the period sign. Just this. Then you add the name. What was the name? Welcome. So period
Welcome.
welcome. Then the same thing, you continue from here. It is not classes again. It's your normal CSS. So here we want to add a background of pink. Pink. Or we won't see pink. Okay, let's add a background of pink and see. Please, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Guys, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And do you understand how we're able to achieve this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's great. All that you have to do is you just introduce your class. So you can see this section is also very, very big. This section is the whole thing. That's the rest of the page. This section. if I want to change that side to the background color, you just introduce the class here. Instead of doing one after the other, you can just go to the parent tag, which is the section. You introduce a class there and you give it a name. So what is the name? I normally use the first letter that I see. So I can use top or vacation or top vacation. Top vacation. Then I just select it. I don't want to type it again. So I'll just copy it, go up there. So how do you do that? You just introduce your period, the name, curly braces, then you add a property. So background again, or background color. Let's use purple. Save it, go there and see what you have. Please, are you following?
Yes, sir.
I hope I'm not conjoining any magic here.
Sir, no.
It makes sense, right?
A lot of sense, sir.
Okay. So we have been talking about colors. Yes, I'm just introducing you guys to CSS. That is why I'm using colors. There are a lot of properties that you are going to look at. But I want you guys to understand this. If we're able to understand this, yeah, we can, the rest will be bonus to you.
Sir, please, clarification and question.
Is that?
Sir, please, clarification and question.
Okay.
Sir, please, the classes in declaring them, if, let's say, the welcome, when you are creating a class welcome, and maybe start the W with a capital, and then you are going to style it, and then you put dots, you put a small W over there. Is it case sensitive to reject it, or it will still work?
It's case sensitive. Use the name. If you are using uppercase, use uppercase.
Okay, sir.
That's great.
And sir, please, the other one is, so that means, let's say if you have a web page that has maybe 10 sections, if you apply the 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 CSS styles to the session, just one of them, and you don't include it as a class, the effect will be on all the tags that have the section. But then if you include the class, then that particular one that you declare the class from
That's
will
great. That's
only
great.
one
That's great.
select.
Yes, Gilbert. Yes, you see here, we have different section tags here. That's great. We have different section tags here. So if you are to select just section and you give it a purple color, it's going to affect all the sections. But if you use classes inside that particular section, you give this one welcome, the next section you give it different name, you can apply different colors or you can apply different properties over there. That is the main function or the use of classes. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, any more questions? Ask questions. So this is the time you can ask questions. Ruth, are you there? Your line is breaking, Ruth.
Yeah.
Okay. You understand, right? Okay. So let's move on. I don't know whether you should continue or I should introduce to the last way of styling. That's where you'll be doing the actual styling. So let me introduce you to that.
Hello, is it better now?
Hello, Ruth. Come again.
Yes, I get.
Your line is breaking. It keeps breaking. But guys, I hope you guys can hear me, right?
Loud and clear, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir, you can hear you.
okay. Okay, guys. Let's continue. Someone said he has a question. Oh, okay, no question. Let's move on to the last. What? Why don't we just use this way of adding star to your website, and we still have another one, which is the external star sheet? What? Why? What is the issue with this one too? So with this one too, okay, Gilbert, do you want to say something?
Sir, the HTML code we've written here is chow. Now,
Yes.
if we are going to apply a lot of filters, because even this one, just the colors has taken from line 9 to line 24.
Yes, just
So
colors. Oh.
uh, if we want to change the font size, the font color, and maybe add some
By the time you
other
yeah,
features to,
you get to
then
this.
one page will be like
Yes,
one small page will be writing like 2,000 lines of code,
yes,
and it will be difficult sorting out the HTML files from the CSS file.
yes, yes. So that's great. So we are going to look at the last way of adding CSS to your website or your page, your web page. Mm. So how do you do that? With that one, you just come here. Let's create a new file. Eh? Let's create a new file. You can use any name that you want, but we normally prefer star dot. So the extension is dot CSS. Guys, are you following?
Oh, please wait. Oh,
Create a new file here, like the way we created the HTML file. And this time around, just label it star.css.
yeah,
Are you guys done?
yeah, you are done.
Okay. So let's see how we can link this to our HTML website.
Oh,
Okay. So let me go back to my HTML. We are not going to use this approach. So I'll just cut this, delete everything here. Let's move back. You see, back to square one. Okay. So how do you link your star sheet? So you can see they are separate files. We have index and we have star. Index.html and we have star.css. How do you link these two files together to communicate? How do you let the HTML get to know the CSS? How do you link the two files together? Okay, so we can just do that by linking it in the head tag. That is where we do that. We link it in the head tag, not the body. So here you can just introduce the link tag, eh? The link tag. And the link tag has two main properties. It has two main attributes or properties. And the most important one is the href. I hope you remember the href. Have you seen this href before?
So yes,
At
when
where?
we're creating links within the HTML page.
The same thing here. So instead of using the anchor tag here, we use the link. We are linking to the star sheet. We are linking to the star sheet. So all that you have to do, the most important one is this. So all that you have to do is what? It's like the source. So here, my star sheet is inside, or it is in the same folder as my HTML. So I just use my slash to Get it? Then erase the slash. So all that you have to do is you have to write the name of the CSS. But if it is in folder, another folder, you have to specify that. For now, let's concentrate on this. If you understand this, as time move on, I will show you how to create different folder for each section of your website and link them together. Let's understand this one first. Okay, so all that you have to do here is to write
Mr.
the
Albert, please wait. Oh.
okay.
I will send you. Oh.
Are you done?
Nah.
Okay, we are waiting. Guys, with the metadata yesterday, I didn't teach you all. And I even gave you an assignment to introduce 3 metadata. Meaning, there are some that I'll give it to you as an assignment for you guys to also read. As a software developer, always we read online. We have
Yeah, you are done.
we have Stack Overflow that you can go there. If you have any issue, go and search there. You see the solution there. Stack Overflow. That's one part. I'm giving you some of the hints. So I want,
Is it a website?
yes, Stack Overflow. Stack. I'll post it there for you. Who can explain this for me? If you can explain, assignment. The viewports. This one. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so the link we are the link tag. We are trying to link our CSS to our HTML. So how do you do that? I said first we have to introduce the link tag, and inside the link tag we have two main attributes. That is the href and the relationship. So this is the relationship. What kind of relationship are you building? We are using what?
But selfless question.
Okay.
But why do you have to put the link tag at the head tag and not the body tag?
Okay, that's very great. Good question. Nice question. Listen, with HTML, the browser, this one it doesn't compile. It just run. HTML doesn't compile. The browser just run it, and it runs the code. It reads the code from top to down. Are you following? So
Yeah.
if you introduce your star sheet inside the body, or let's say at the bottom, meaning your website to load first without your colors and your nice beautification. Do you understand that?
Come again.
I said HTML, the code, the browser runs it from top to down, line by line. So if you go and put your CSS, let's say after the footer, you come and add your CSS line here, and you run your code, meaning your HTML will run like this first. Then after running, then the CSS will come.
But I think in all you are going to get the same answer, right?
You are going to get the same answer. What about you are using slow internet? You have to consider all these factors. So if you are using fast internet, let's say within some seconds, let's say 3 seconds, your website is going to look like this. Then let's say the 4th second, in the 4 seconds, then it will change. The what do you call it? The CSS will be applied. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But if you are using slow internet, let's say even just this one will use 5 or 3 minutes to load. After loading like this, then the CSS will also take another 2 minutes to load. Do you think your website will be nice?
Oh no.
Yes. So it is always advisable to put this inside the head so that this one will even load before the body will load.
So is that why you put most of them at the head side?
Yes, please.
Yeah, when we were declaring for the head, this one, we wanted to change color for H1, H2, H3. You inserted all of them at the head side.
Yes. Yes. So say the
Okay.
CSS will run even before this body. It is the browser that runs it. It doesn't compile for HTML there. That is why that's the main reason when you go to programming meetups, you hear senior developers saying if you know HTML and CSS, you don't know any programming language. You just know markup language because programming HTML, CSS does not compile. It doesn't compile. You don't have any compiler. Those doing the software engineer can explain compilers to you guys. You can even read about it. There are a lot of languages that compile first um before rendering for you to see the output. So something like
Then
JavaScript will compile. What do you call it? Java will compile. Python will compile. C++. So we have compiler. You people, if you are not doing software engineering, please don't let me go too deep.
but please wait to then does that mean that the if from what you are saying, it means that if it executes them line by it means that it executes them line by line, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's an interpreter, or if that's what it does.
This one is being normally done in the browser. So we have browser engines that does that. Each browser has its own engine. That is why there are some tags still maybe to display very nice in Chrome. The same tag when you go and use it in let's say Firefox, it will be different.
Okay.
Okay. Does it make sense to you now?
Yes, please.
Okay, so class, just this line of code, just this line, just this line will link your HTML to your CSS. So let's go to our CSS and start coding. So like we started, let's run quickly through that, then we move on to the next page. So you just select your body. Let's give it a background color. Color ben crown FA. Color. Any better color? Okay, let me use this. Then, Majid, are you talking? Okay, this is my color.
No.
Okay, guys, the colors are enough. Let's move on to the next property. So the next property that we are going to look at is the fonts. What are the fonts? In fact, you know font in Word document. So it's the same thing here. That is almost everything that you see here. The fonts here, the font style, or the font size, or the font weight, the font color, and the rest. So let's see.
Where is it? Where is it?
Something like this. Welcome to this. This is a font.
Wow.
This is another font.
Yeah.
So in Microsoft Word, we have the Tahoma as a font family, right? We have Time New Roman as another font family. We have, you know them. I hope you guys use Microsoft Word.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so the same thing here. The same thing here. So let's go back to our CSS and let's change the font properties of H2. So the same thing, you just come let's select heading 2. So right now we are dealing with font. So let's see how we comment in CSS. CSS, this is how we comment. So font. This is how we comment in CSS. Please take note of that. Commenting in CSS is different from HTML. Okay.
Please wait.
Oh, Gilbert. Wabeka Punchi, sorry.
Sir, please, I can see. We can continue.
Okay. So we are going to talk about fonts. Fonts. And what is font? They are just your text. The text that you see on the web page. That's the font. So let's see. The first thing is we can talk about the font size. We can talk about the font size. So we can change the font size of H2. Font size. So with the font size, these are the various values that you can use for your font size. You can write normal English like large or larger, medium, small, smaller. The X large means extra large. Then X are small, as you know. So these are some of the properties, or these are some of the values that you can use for your font size. But the most common one is in pixels. Normally we use, when we are dealing with websites, normally we use pixels. So let's say we want to change our heading 2, the font size to be 30 pixels. Let's change that one to 30 pixels and see the changes. So this is our heading 2. You can see all the heading 2 has changed. The size has changed. You maybe, if it is not visible, let me make it 100 pixels for you to see. Please, have you seen? Guys, are you following?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one font property. That is the font size. So with the font size, it's up to you. It's up to you. If you are building the website and you want to change the font size, all that you have to do is you have to add the font size property and you add any value that you want to use. So let's maintain the 30, 30 pixels. Then what other properties? We also have the font family. Font family. Font family. And font family too, it works like what we have in Microsoft Word. So these are some of the font families that we have in CSS. We have the Girl Sans, we have Times New Roman, as we have in Microsoft Word. We have Georgia Times New Roman. You don't have to memorize all this, please. I'm just teaching you. Anytime you want a font star, you can just Google, then use it. I'll introduce you guys to Google Fonts. That's what I use most. I don't even use the inbuilt ones. I use Google Fonts for my website. So I will introduce you guys to Google Fonts as time goes on for you guys to know how to apply it. Okay, so the font family, these are the various font families that we have. So we have the sans serif, the monospace serif. We have the what? area, Sergio UI, and the rest. Some of them I can't even pronounce. So you can just select any of them. So let me go with this. So this is the font family that I want to use for. So you just save it and go and check. Okay, so let's see. In fact, it doesn't have much impact. So let's change it to some funny one and see. Let me use this one and see. So okay, let's use Google Fonts. Let me introduce you guys to Google Fonts. So Google Fonts is a library of fonts that you can use on your website. So the link is fonts.google.com. So here we have different font families. We have about thousands of font families that you can apply to your website. We have thousands. So you just come here, look for the one that you want. Assuming we want to use this funny one, let's use this one and see. All that you have to do is you have to click on that. When you click on that, then you add it. So plus, it will give you the link. So how do you want to use the link? How do you want to use the Google font on your website? We have two ways, either by using link or import. So let's use this. So you just have to copy from here. Please, are you following? Guys?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Sir, please can you go back again? Can you go back again?
Okay.
Like
Okay.
go right again, like back.
Okay. Okay. So we are talking about font family here. How to add font family to your website. How to add font family to your website. And we say that anytime you want to add font family to any text. Yes, Joseph.
Sir, please, and what is this one family? I don't know.
Joseph, you do know how to use Microsoft Word.
Yes, please.
So the font family is a family of font styles that you can use to change the style of your website. So
Oh, okay.
for
Okay.
example, let me use the Google font to explain it better. Have you seen this style?
Yes, please.
Have you seen this one?
Yes.
Are they the same?
No.
You see, so we have different styles. So it all depends on you, the developer, how you
Okay.
want this font to look like on the website. How you want
So
it.
sir, in simple terms, it's like the font style as in where Microsoft Word.
Yes, the same thing. Not
Okay.
not
Okay.
as imposed, the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So I was explaining that the first thing you have to do is you have to introduce your font family. Font family. And I said we have inbuilt ones. We have inbuilt font families that you can use. And because I was not seeing the impact quickly, I wanted to introduce you guys to the Google font. Google fonts. So with Google fonts, it's a library of font families or font styles that you can add to your website. That you can add to your website to change the style, or yes, that's the right way, the style of your font. So assuming we want to apply, which one can I select in? We want to apply this. Let's use this one. We want to apply this. All that you have to do is let me remove this one, and you click on this. Then you have the URL or the link here. You just copy this link. You just copy. When you copy, you come to HTML first. Inside the header, you come and add to the link. So you see, right now we have two links. One is linking us to our style sheet, and the other one is also linking us to our Google font. I think we have error. Okay, the error will be here. Okay. Okay, so how do you use this link? Let's come back again. For Google font, he has written everything for you. You don't have to do it. So just come here, come and copy this code again. So after copying the star, you have to embed the star first inside your HTML. Then you come to your CSS. You come and specify the font star here, the font family. Font family. So let's go back to the site and see what we have there. Please, have you seen this?
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
Yes, sir.
so this is one way of adding font star to your website.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I didn't see how you copied the link.
Let me go back. Guys, time is running. Can we continue or we are using the 2 hours?
Sir, I just want to see how you copied the link.
No, I'm saying we are not done, but time is running. And can we continue? Or
The 2 hours is even up.
because of the video. You see, when you're watching 2 hours video, it's not easy.
Yes. Even me, I've not even started watching.
It's not easy. So maybe we will end here. Then
Can we end it and create the class again so that we can join again?
Okay.
Then you can start a new recording.
Class, do you all agree to that?
Yes, you do.
I didn't hear his question.
Okay. So let's go back to our font family. I said, so let me remove this. Assuming this is what we want to use, all that you have to do is you have to click on it. Come here, select this star. Then you come. The first thing is you have to embed this link inside the head of your HTML. This is the first thing you have to do. So let me right click and copy. Then I go back to my HTML. Inside the head, I add another link there. So right now we have two links. We have two links. I can save it. Let me go back to my CSS. Then you come down, just come down. Where you copied it, you will see another one. So CSS rule for specify family or font family. So all that you have to do, you have to copy this one, then you go and paste this one in your CSS. So you copy one into your HTML and one into your CSS. So CSS, let me paste it, save it, go back and see how it looks like on your web page. So there's it. Please, do you understand?
Yes, sir. Sir, please question.
Okay.
Sir, please, the one we copied from the Google font.
Yes.
It's an external link. So if your machine is not connected to the internet, would it still be able to load?
That's a nice question. No, please.
So then, if let's say you are running like maybe what we are doing now, we are not going to host it on any external server here. So we can just copy the CSS file and then paste it, right?
No, it won't work. If you don't add the URL, it won't work. It has to communicate with Google.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a way that you can even download it into your local machine. Okay, see. Have you seen this?
Yes, sir.
So you can download it, and when you download it, then you add it to your folder. So it will be here. Then you just reference it to this side, like how you were using your image tag.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to use it local, then you have to download it like this. So when you download it, it will be in a folder. You add it to where your website is. Then let's say here you get a folder called fonts. then you have to reference it and use it local. Okay, we have a lot to learn. Charlie, I think I'm explaining too much. I want you guys to understand. That's why. Okay, so let me add the rest of the font properties. Then we end this section. And if you have to start a new one, I just started for you guys. Okay, so the next section.
We'll start a new one again right after this one.
That's a suggestion.
Hey.
If no, we can close, please. It's not compulsory.
So let's make it another time.
No, because some of us we have an assignment to end.
Yeah, we have assignments. A lot of.
So please, we can close and then we continue the next time.
Okay, no problem. Okay, let's see. The next font property will be font weight. Font weight. Font weight. Font weight, and that one defines the thickness of your font. The thickness, just the thickness. So let me select. So the thickness is start from 100 to 900. Then if you don't want to use that, you can use the normal bolder or lighter. Please, do you understand?
Yeah.
So as the name sound, font weight. So it just defines the weight or the thickness of your font. So let's select 900 and see. Did I save it? Okay, I save it. So which one? It was this one, eh? Okay. Let me use bold and see, because I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the effect. Okay, let's go and apply it on this one rather. I think this one will be H1. So H1, font weight, bold. Okay, so there's it. And I will move. Okay. Please, have you seen the changes? See. Okay, so the font weight will just add weight to your font, or it's just the thickness of your font. Then the next one is the font color. Font color. Font color, as the name sound. This one, I don't have to talk plenty. The font color. Oh, with font color, I just specify color, just color, like the normal color that we use. Color. Let's use any color. Okay, let me use this one. Please, are you following? So this is how you change the color of your font. This is how you change the color of your font. Let me run over the properties. The next one is text alignment. Text alignment. So this one is like what you have in Microsoft Word. So let's use, so these are the various values that you can use. We have center, we have end, justify, left, right, start, and the rest. Let's use center and see what we are going to get. So you can see that all the text, the H1 text has been positioned at the center on your web page. Guys, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. Then the next one is the line spacing. The line spacing. In fact, I'm combining font and text. The next one is line spacing. Line spacing. So let me write text properties. The first one was font properties. So text properties. So the text alignment is part of text properties. Line spacing. So that one, let's apply that one to our paragraphs. So with the paragraphs, we can letter spacing first. We can add space to the letters. We can add space to the letters. So letter spacing. Let's use, let's say 5 pixels and see what we are going to get on our web page. Look at it. You can see that the letters have been spaced out. Please, are you following? The letters itself, not the words. So that is letter spacing. Apart from letter spacing, we also have word spacing, or word spacing. Word spacing. Okay. And that one too, let's use 5 pixels. 5 pixels. Look at it. So this one we are talking about the words, not the letters. The words. Then the next one, the last one, then we end the class for today, will be line height. That is the height. We are talking about the height of your lines. So this is the first line. This is the second line. The height. How do you do that? You can just write. Okay, so let me leave this one and write line height. So with the line height, let's use 20 pixels and see. 20 pixels. Okay, so you can see it has changed. Let's use 10, just 10, and see what you are going to get. 10 pixels. Please, have you seen the space now, the line height? I say when we have a boom sano.
Crash.
So that's the main use of the line height. I think we have learned a lot today. The next time that we meet, which we are all going to discuss and see the best time that we can meet again.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
yes.
I said, please, we're saying something about the videos. He said, you see what you can do about for me.
Okay. Kwabena,
Yes.
right after the class, you just WhatsApp me and let's talk, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so
Sir,
yes,
Mr. Albert,
Majid.
some of us you would have to meet us again because yesterday I couldn't catch up with
No
and where
problem.
you
All
guys
those
started.
who couldn't make it, please just come together and give me time and let me see my schedules. Within the week, we can meet, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah, nice idea.
Okay, so the next thing that we are going to look at is right now we have done font and text properties. The next one will be CSS Box Model. So please, that's the next topic. So you guys should just read about it. CSS Box Model. But before that, make sure you practice everything that we have done today. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope you can you can end the class today.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining the class. We will meet
Thank you
another
too, sir.
time. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye, sir.